Hello my fishing friends, and welcome back to the channel. It is your old pal, the angling expert, ready to dive deep into the waters of wisdom for our latest fishing forecast. This week, we are looking at the period from Monday, September 29th, to Sunday, October 5th, 2025, here in our beloved United Kingdom. And let me tell you, this is going to be a fascinating one. Why, you ask? Because autumn is truly settling in, and that means our finned friends are thinking about one thing: food, and more food, as they prepare for the long winter ahead. This week, you are going to learn exactly how to capitalize on that pre-winter feeding frenzy, with actionable tips on where to cast your line, what baits to choose, and how to read the ever-changing British weather to your advantage. Get ready, because these insights could lead to your personal best. Now let's talk tactics for some of our favorite species, because understanding their autumn behavior is key to success. First up, let's target those chunky carp. My friends, this is often considered the prime time for carp anglers, as these magnificent fish go on a proper feeding spree to bulk up for winter. You will want to be looking for them in the slightly deeper parts of lakes and large still waters, especially around submerged features like old weed beds, gravel bars, and even silty areas. Why deeper? Because as the air temperature cools, the water in these deeper spots remains more stable, and the carp seek out that comfort. However, don't rule out shallower, sun-warmed areas, especially if we get a brighter afternoon. A little trick from my experience: keep an eye out for carp rolling or bubbling on the surface during calmer moments. That is a sure sign they are active. For tackle, you'll need something robust. For baits, think high nutritional value. Large boilies, especially those with a fish meal or spicy profile, are incredibly effective. Pellets and particle mixes like maize or tiger nuts, pre-soaked and prepared correctly, can also draw them in. Presentation is vital. A simple hair rig with a balanced hook bait is often all you need. On those warmer days, don't be afraid to experiment with zig rigs, presenting a bait mid-water, as carp might be cruising higher in the water column to absorb any lingering warmth. Next, let's get those predatory instincts going with maceteak, pike, and perch. Autumn is a fantastic time for these hunters, as the smaller baitfish start to group up, making easy targets. For pike, focus your efforts on areas with structure: submerged snags, dense weed lines, drop-offs, and the deeper sections of rivers, particularly around features like bridges and locks. Perch, those striped bandits, will also be congregating in similar areas, often in shoals. They love cover and ambush points. The cooling water really energizes these predators. For tackle, a medium-heavy spinning or bait-casting setup is ideal for pike, allowing you to cast a variety of lures. Effective lures include larger spinners, soft plastics that imitate baitfish, and crankbaits. My little secret for pike: try a static dead bait presented on a ledger rig, especially a sea dead bait like a half mackerel or sardine, placed near a known pike haunt. For perch, light spinning gear with smaller lures, think micro jigs, small soft plastics, or even tiny crankbaits, will work wonders. Don't underestimate a classic float-fished worm or a bunch of maggots for specimen perch in the deeper channels of canals and slow-moving rivers. And for our sea fishing enthusiasts, this week heralds the arrival of some serious action. Let's focus on bass cod. As the waters cool, cod start to move into shallower coastal waters from their deeper offshore summer grounds, making them a prime target. You will find them over mixed ground, rough ground, and even in estuaries, particularly in northern England and Scotland, though they are catchable all along the coast. Look for deeper marks from piers, rock marks, or beach fishing spots where there is a good tidal flow. Why these locations? They offer both food and shelter as the cod migrate and feed. Your tackle should be strong enough to handle powerful fish and potentially snaggy ground. A sturdy beach caster or boat rod is essential. For bait, the cod are not particularly fussy when they are hungry. Ragworm, lugworm, squid, and strips of mackerel are all excellent choices. Use a 2 or 3 hook paternoster rig for beach casting, or a running ledger rig when fishing heavier ground from a boat. My advice, use plenty of bait and don't be afraid to cast a good distance to find those feeding lanes. Now let's break down the conditions because understanding them is like having a secret weapon. Weather. Looking at the forecast for the United Kingdom, for the next week we are in for typical autumnal, changeable weather. Temperatures will generally be on the cooler side, ranging from about 5 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius, which is roughly 41 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit. We will see consistent cloudy skies and a good chance of light rain or showers throughout the week. Humidity will remain quite high, often above 85%. Winds will be moderate and variable, shifting from southwesterly early in the week to more northerly or easterly later on. Atmospheric pressure will likely fluctuate without any extreme spikes or crashes, which is generally favorable. This unsettled, cooling weather, combined with good cloud cover and light rain, is actually a great stimulant for many fish species. The overcast conditions make fish feel more secure and willing to move into shallower areas, and the rain can stir up natural food sources. Water temperature. Inland waters, like our lakes and rivers, are definitely starting their slow, steady cool down. While the air temperature drops, the water temperature follows at a slower pace. You can expect lake surface temperatures to be in the low to mid-teens Celsius, perhaps 12 to 15 degrees Celsius, or 54 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit, trending downwards. Sea temperatures around the UK coast will generally be in the range of 12 to 16 degrees Celsius, or 54 to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooling trend is a critical trigger for many species. It signals the end of summer lethargy and the start of that crucial pre-winter feeding period. Fish will be more active, trying to pack on calories, so they are more likely to take your bait. They might hug the bottom or deeper areas where the temperature is more stable, but will venture shallower to feed. Moon phase. Let's consult our lunar calendar. On Monday, September 29th, we start the week with a first quarter moon. From Tuesday, September 30th, through to Sunday, October 5th, the moon will be in its waxing gibbous phase, steadily growing towards the full moon, which will grace our skies on Monday, October 6th, the famous harvest moon. Now, according to many experienced anglers, the waxing phases, particularly leading up to a full moon, are often associated with increased fish activity. The increasing light and gravitational pull from the moon are believed by some to stimulate fish, making them more active and more inclined to feed. So, we've got that going for us this week, which is fantastic. Overall fish activity. Generally speaking, fish activity across the United Kingdom for this period will be high. We are right in the heart of the autumn feeding frenzy. Most species are actively seeking food. Carp are bulking up, predators like pike and perch are hunting aggressively, and sea species like cod are moving closer to shore to feed. While some species like trout and salmon thrive in the cooler river waters, even carp remain very active if the temperature drop isn't too severe. Expect fish to be responsive, especially during periods of stable pressure and overcast skies. Early mornings and late afternoons will likely be the most productive times, as low light levels make fish feel more comfortable. All right, let's get down to the day-by-day specifics, so you can plan your trips with precision. Monday, September 29th. This is the first quarter moon. We expect light rain with mild to cool temperatures around 9 degrees Celsius or 48 degrees Fahrenheit. A moderate southwesterly wind will be blowing. My assessment for the bite, average to good. Fish will be adapting to the cooler temperatures, and the light rain can actually stimulate predatory species. It is a good day to target pike with lures. Tuesday, September 30th. We are into the waxing gibbous phase. Expect mostly cloudy skies with a possibility of light showers. Temperatures will be slightly warmer, around 11 degrees Celsius or 52 degrees Fahrenheit, with a gentle westerly wind. My assessment for the bite, good. Stable pressure and mild conditions are excellent. Carp should be very active, so get those boilies out. Wednesday, October 1st. Still in the waxing gibbous phase. overcast conditions with intermittent light rain, and temperatures around 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. A light northwesterly breeze will be present. My assessment for the bite: good. Overcast skies are often superb for fishing, encouraging fish to feed throughout the day, especially for predators like perch. Thursday, October 2nd. The waxing gibbous continues. We are looking at persistent light rain, with temperatures dropping to around 8 degrees Celsius or 46 degrees Fahrenheit. A moderate northerly wind will pick up. My assessment for the bite: average. While rain can be good, the cooler north wind and potential slight pressure drop could make some fish, particularly carp, a little finicky. Focus on presentation and deeper spots. Friday, October 3rd. Also a waxing gibbous day. Expect cooler conditions with occasional showers, temperatures around 7 degrees Celsius or 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and a fresh northeasterly wind. My assessment for the bite: poor to capricious. This is a significant temperature drop combined with a cold wind. Fish will likely be sluggish and retreat to the deepest, most stable water. You will need patience and subtle tactics. Saturday, October 4th. Another waxing gibbous day. Chilly weather, mostly cloudy with light rain. Temperatures around 6 degrees Celsius or 43 degrees Fahrenheit. A light easterly wind will prevail. My assessment for the bite: average to poor. Still cool, fish will be hugging the bottom. Try sensitive rigs and minimal bait to entice a bite. Sea fishing might offer better opportunities today for species like cod, which are less sensitive to the cold. Sunday, October 5th. The final day of our forecast with the waxing gibbous moon almost full. Expect slightly milder temperatures around 9 degrees Celsius or 48 degrees Fahrenheit, with cloudy skies and easing winds, still a chance of light rain. My assessment for the bite: average. Conditions are improving from the cold snap, and the approach of the full moon might encourage fish to start responding again. It is worth trying for those aggressive predators or bottom-feeding carp. So there you have it, my friends, a comprehensive look at the week ahead. Remember, every cast is a chance, and with this knowledge, you are better equipped than ever. Pack your waterproofs, dress in layers, and stay safe out there. I wish you all bent rods and screaming reels. Until next time, tight lines, everyone, and may all your fishing dreams come true. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more angling insights, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. And do me a favor, in the comments below, tell me, what are your fishing plans for this week? Did you catch anything exciting last week? Share your autumn fishing tips with our community. Your experiences help us all grow. Now get out there and enjoy the autumn waters. Ni fosta, ni cheshwi, no tail, no scales,